Hi, FUUSE family. My name is Alex Allen, and I'm a member of your Board of Trustees. This is a quick video that will provide you our FUUSE Financial Education 101. This video will cover 4 parts. First, how we spend our money, which are our expenses. Second, how we raise our money, which is our revenue. Third, the gap, which is the issue we have to solve for. And fourth, the strategy, which is our solution. I will be joined by a few other familiar faces to move through our agenda.
Greetings, my name is Jim Breeling and I'm a member of your Finance Committee here at FUUSE. I'm going to spend a few minutes sharing with you how we spend our money annually. Our annual budget is currently just around $300,000. The majority of that pays for our personnel, our staff, and our minister. And our staff and minister really is one of the hearts of our society and how we feel about ourselves. Our budget is organized into programs, with the 3 major programs being the ministry, the music program, and the religious education program. This includes Reverend Ariel, Jimmy, and Rebecca. In addition, we have some other programs categories for church operations, which includes our office administrator, Nancy, and the property, which takes care of our buildings. Now you're going to hear about how we raise our money.
Hello, I'm Skip Urian, and I'm a member of your stewardship committee here at FUUSE, where we raise money. I am going to share with you exactly how we raise this money at this point at FUUSE. The way we raise money falls into 3 categories: the annual fund, the endowment, and then smaller sources of revenue. The annual fund represents 80% of our revenue, made up of all the pledges the current congregation makes to the church through the annual fund drive. The endowment represents an additional 12% of our needed revenue. This is not money from the actual endowment gifts, but from earnings off the endowment. We're not allowed to spend the principal of the endowment, which is currently over $1 million, but the interest is available to be used. FUUSE has a bylaw that allows us to draw down on that interest annually and use it as income. Among our smaller sources of revenue, which make up about 5% of our revenue, are such things as use of the buildings, what we get from the offertory plate, and other small fundraising activities such as our wreaths. But you may notice at this point that there is a gap, and we're going to just talk about that gap and how we make up for that.
So if you put together our expenses of $295,000 and our revenue of $255,000, we come up about $40,000 short through those revenue amounts that Skip reviewed. This gap between our budget and our revenue is projected to continue at our current rate and current fundraising performance. In order to deal with this, over the last few years, we've been tapping into a reserve fund fueled by our past staff shortages. So when we've not had staff or lost staff, we've saved money. This is acceptable and a fine practice. Spending this money in this way is the intent of this kind of surplus reserve. This is different than a reserve for, say, the minister sabbatical or the Lego League, where specific money is set aside or given and held only for that purpose. However, at our current rate of use, we will run out of this pool of money in 3 or 4 years. And ideally, for the most part, you want to spend only the money you can raise in that given year, not money saved in a prior year. Thus, we need a multi-year plan to raise the money we need to spend in our budget to keep this great thing that we've got going here at FUUSE and on pace with cost of living and other increases to our budget. So in an effort to consider how to add an additional $40,000 to $50,000 to our annual revenue and grow our total revenue over time, the board, working with finance and stewardship, have come up with a three-part strategy. First, grow membership. More people coming, more vibrant community, more volunteering, more households giving annually. All of those things are good for this effort and for our church. Second, grow our rental income. Right now, less than 1% of our revenue comes from rental fees. We have a beautiful building that goes unused most of the week, and there is more to explore on how to leverage this asset for the future, how to share the space with others and have it benefit our congregation. Third is to grow our endowment. As you learned earlier, each year we can draw down on a percentage of the interest earned on our total endowment. Logically, the larger the endowment is, the higher the number we can draw down is. So giving to the endowment in whatever amount ensures a consistent annual contribution back to the FUUSE budget. Giving to the endowment now ensures support and resources over the years for FUUSE. Well, we hope you learned something over this presentation. We're confident that our congregation can rise to the occasion of what's ahead. We've survived over 170 years and trust that we will survive and ideally thrive for at least that many more to come. Thank you.